Do you ever just get a customer that restores your faith in humanity? These are the best moments in my life, I gotta tell you. And this does not happen often at Subway, but when it does, oh my goodness, it feels so good. But before we get into that, make sure you're subscribed if you aren't subscribed already. It really helps out the channel, and it's completely free. So I recently just put out a video about how I got my tips stolen from me from somebody that didn't look like they were in the best condition. I completely let it slide. Well, after that happened, I was telling customers about how that happened, and I was like, isn't it crazy how this happens right here in our town? And a lot of them agreed with me. I told it to like 4 or 5 different customers, and they were all like, that is insane that happens here. I mean, in my old Subway, it was kind of in a rough area. Most of you guys already know that, obviously, but that would happen a lot more over there. But here, I did not expect that. That's legitimately like the last thing I would ever expect from this store. But alas, it happened, and I actually told one lady, and she felt awful. She was like, how could somebody in their right mind steal tips from you? And I was like, I don't know. You gotta ask them. And she was just so nice, and she kept complimenting me on my sandwich skills and how I was doing as a person. She's like, you're such a kind person. How could somebody ever in their right mind do this? And I'm like, ma'am, I don't think I'm a kind person. I just make sandwiches. That's the deal. But at the same time, it was just kind of like, somebody at least appreciates me. Felt so good in that moment. But anyways, I was ringing up her sandwich, and as she walked out, she was like, hold on a minute. I have something for you. And she walked down and completely disappeared, and I was like, all right, I won't see her again. And after like 15 minutes passing, she comes back into the store, and I'm like, oh my God, she's back. Well, she had told me that because she told me that story and she felt so bad, she gave me a $20 tip. Now, mind you, I don't even think a lot of waiters and waitresses, I love my waiters and waitresses before I say this, but I'm sorry, I used to have some experience in it. But they don't get a $20 tip usually, So this was like so shocking to me. I was like, ma'am, I can't take your money. Like the person stole like $3 from me. It wasn't a big deal, But she was like, no, your attitude and the way that you just carry yourself through your job, it makes me want to do something for you. And I was like, oh. But I was like, please just keep your money. I feel so bad. But she just wouldn't let me. And you already know I gave her a free cookie, but I had to give her a second free cookie just because of how positive and amazing she was. So this actually got me to thinking, is karma a real thing? I always believe that karma is a real thing, But I've talked to my friends before, and they're kind of like, I don't know if karma's real. But I am so convinced that karma's a real thing. Especially after this experience, I just had that completely stuck in my head. I was like, something bad happened to me, but at the most minute level. But then something tremendously better happened to me as a result. It's so weird because in life, stuff like that is just like, it always happens around you. You always see something so negative happen to you, and then months later, you look back and you realize maybe that was the best possible outcome that could have came from that thing. It's really hard sometimes, though, when you're in the moment and you don't understand why something's happening for you. But in the end, it just always, at least for me, seems like it works out. And I think a lot of it is putting perspective into things. You have to be grateful for what you already have, and that's another completely different episode. Thank you guys for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, once again, please subscribe and like the video. It really helps the channel out. And you already know that I love you, and I'll give you a free cookie. Take care, guys. Have a beautiful and blessed day. And remember, eat fresh. Peace!